Okay, live stream is now recording. All right, everybody, welcome back to tonight's podcast. I'm your host, Brian.
You got your co-host Victor here,
and then our two returning guest stars. At this point, they might at this point be permanent guests. At this point,
I'm starting to think.
God, look, man, I swear I have more friends. You gotta believe.
How are y'all doing tonight?
Good.
We are
kind of.
We all doing good. Some three of us here went out to go eat and barely just got home trying to figure out this. Also, people in chat, can you hear the music correctly here, or?
I'll let you guys figure out who didn't get to go.
Like, damn, Lloyd, why didn't you come with us?
Yeah, dude, I was at home, bro.
But yeah,
he was at home mentally.
Oh shit. Well, if anything, hopefully someone responds to my question at that point. But whatever. Today's topic that we're going to talk about is something that me, Victor, recently discussed like a few days ago. That was, in this case, how influencers or content creators, how they kind of generate their own revenue, and we'll just kind of go from there. If anything, I feel like this is sort of we're gonna kind of bounce off of like the whole VTuber stuff as well, just because really, if you think about how people like them make money as well, it's a bit weird.
I mean, not just VTubers, just streamers in general, YouTubers too. I mean, YouTubers not as bad as live streamers, and I guess VTubers are live streamers in the end. So there's that.
Yeah, but I digress. This is going to be more or less, we're going to be talking about some of the things that we've seen so far, as like how we saw how Twitch TV was originally Justin TV, and then afterwards it kind of just grew from there, and then we see like usually hop on there, watch our favorite person that's just streaming like a game or something, or just talking. I think it was originally before Justin TV, it was just like people chatting on there, right?
I remember watching actual pay-per-view shows on there, like boxing and shit. That's the early days.
Yeah, I don't remember too much about that.
I wasn't there during the time, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but before, Justin TV was in a very interesting spot, and then it eventually evolved into Twitch, which live streaming platform became a much more accessible thing for people now. Now, the thing that comes around too is the fact that I think because they kind of treated it as like a chat stream as well, there were times where apparently doing like small donations was kind of normal, right? But at some points too, that like some like the more popular streamers just kind of made a living off of people's donations.
Yeah, and I find that very bizarre. The idea of just living off of people's donations is a very interesting thing, because they don't make money through subs. Because Twitch takes half of that.
Yeah, but this was before like all that.
Through subs. Yeah, but either way, just the idea of living off of donations, it's really interesting. Not saying it's a bad thing, not saying it's terrible, but it gets your brain juices flowing whenever you start thinking about that idea. Yeah,
like let's take this for example too, where you would think about like all the Twitch partnership, right? And it's just like, it's like if you think about it without the donations, like let's say we take that out of the market, because those would be classified as like unreliable sources of income at that point, right? But if you become a partner itself, there's a contract and a deal made by like the platform, right? To say like, hey, you got to stream with us, but we'll pay for you for like this X amount of dollars, which if anything, that's probably good for most people. But there's like a whole other type of shit that Twitch is doing that honestly for me, I don't even understand at this point now. Because before it was just like, they kind of just want like these big streamers to like just come onto the platform just so that they could get more people on the site, right? But apparently too, there's been like recent news and topic about people kind of leaving Twitch Twitch.tv for like other platforms like YouTube or Kick. Holy fuck. That was a whole news that I was kind of tracking for a bit too, but then I kind of stopped. Mostly because I kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
Oops.
You didn't lose track. You just choose not to follow it anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except pretty much.
Yeah.
No, he's right.
Them moving to different platforms it's okay. It's whatever. But like them moving to YouTube, I understand. YouTube is still a big platform, so there's people watching it. But moving to Kick is something that gets me because Kick, although known, is not. It doesn't have a big like audience.
Yeah.
Like Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah. Despite like how a lot of people want to like kind of paint the Kick live streams as like, oh, it's only catering to like just only like gambling sites and whatnot. And a lot of people are defending it too, that like you won't get any gambling ads unless you actually go through like the gambling like categories. Like that's fine. There's still other categories that you can click on that they won't give you those types of ads. So if anything, that's something else entirely. Although we could briefly talk about that as well, if y'all want to know what Kick is.
Go ahead and explain it.
Well, Kick is... Alright, so pretty much Kick only became way more relevant now is because of the fact that they were providing, in this case, contract deals that were essentially, they were poaching and sniping like streamers and influencers that were relevant in Twitch to make them stream over here. I think if I remember too, XQC had a $200 million deal, or was it 2 billion? I don't remember the numbers here.
A hefty sum. How about we just keep it at that?
Yeah.
Most definitely fact check, because 200 and 200 is a pretty big difference.
It is, but I have to.
Big, you know.
I'll make it off of this adjustment here. XQC got paid way more for this contract deal than LeBron James did. Let's just say it like that.
That sounds like 200 million.
Yeah. That was the crazy shit that happened with like everybody now kind of switching to Kick because of like they were willing to give out that much money. And then even now too, you have streamers like Amaranth actually coming over to there. And then Hasanabi and then other.
Amaranth.
Yeah. So if anything, yeah, you're gonna get more people on there now that you actually have a hot chick in there. Look, I'll just be honest with that, all right? This might be a hot take.
Look, here's the hot take too. Her voice is annoying as hell.
Right? Like nobody actually watches her just because like she has something good to say. It's mostly because of the fact that she's hot.
You're right, bro. You watch the stream on mute.
Yeah.
I get it.
Lust is a very damn thing.
Like, let's take this for example then. Which of the streamers do you guys most likely watch then? If VTubers included at this point.
I don't watch VTubers.
Well, I said VTubers included.
VTubers included, bro. Come on. What normal streamer you watch?
God damn, Michael.
Tomato Gaming.
The fuck is that? I'm kidding. But no, I'm...
They're the two major ones I watch.
Yeah. So, think of it in the way too that right now, as it stands, a lot more streamers and content creators on Twitch platform are getting shafted more because of the fact that Twitch is changing a lot of their monetization models and their policies in general. And a lot of it is very much against streamers putting in their own ads just so that one, they don't like let Twitch add in their own stuff on there. But in this case, they're pretty much making it harder for these content creators to like allow them to show like their ads, because let's be honest, nowadays too, a lot of these content creators, they're not really making ads through the platform anymore. They're doing it through like sponsorship deals or whatnot, which is also another rabbit hole.
Well, granted, that's only for the big name streamers.
Yeah, big name streamers. And if anything, sure. Then it's like, in general, like you look at the fact that they're trying to like hard code like their own ads into their like streams, which if you look at it in practice, it's not too bad. It's just the matter of execution is what people get a lot more annoyed about. While like watching the two, have any of you got hit with a 5-minute ad while watching a stream?
Not 5 minutes, but I got hit with 5 different ads just to try to get into a stream.
Yeah, so
those eight ads that play at once, like not at once, but
sequence.
You're just like,
Yeah.
I'll be here
yeah,
forever.
yeah.
And
In
then
fact,
funny thing is, I refresh, and then I get into the stream.
yeah,
You know, I sometimes refresh and I get like
More
6 ads, and I'm like, oh, didn't help.
yeah. If anything, this goes to show too that like it's not in the matter of like what ads are playing to. It's just a matter of how Twitch is like handling showcasing like the different ads that is causing a lot of issues. That's why in this case there's a lot of like content creators that see this and they're losing viewerships because of the fact that Twitch's like way of like showing people ads is just atrocious.
And turn off ads.
You can turn off ads, but sometimes there be like cases where I'm watching Twitch and then it just plays an ad and I can't do anything about it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, like, can't they turn it off on the streamer end?
They can't anymore. They can't anymore, it looks like.
Not anymore.
Yeah, looks like they can't anymore because like no matter what it is, dude, it's like they're either obligated to do it or it's like they have to do it as part of their contract.
Damn, no more freedom, bro.
Yeah, so this is also
Freedom
why
is an illusion.
this is also why like we all hear a lot of dramas about like, oh, this big Twitch live streamer is kind of leaving the platform for another one. It's mostly because of that. That's pretty much. And to go back into topic about it too, it's just like, cool. That also means like, a lot of them are just like losing money from there. But it's like, how much exactly like the amount of money they would be losing? I don't know any of the numbers for this too. I'm just guesstimating as well, because apparently like one streamer that before they even swapped over to Kick, they actually lost around like 50 grand of revenue just because of the new Twitch like monetization policies.
That's a damn shame.
So
50 grand, but how much does that person usually make?
like I said,
We need the full story. We can't just we just can't have like half a context.
Yeah, I know. That's why like I'm only saying this like prefacing it like this too, because I don't remember it, because I remember I read it once and I can't find the piece or article again. Oops. But so this is why like I'm mostly just guessing right here, right? Let's just put like a hypothetical on that.
Okay.
Just because this is sort of less a broad enough thing to like encapsulate a lot of big streamers, so we can at least make a judgment from that and can really put a hot and trash take on it.
If we're basing off of big streamers, I'm sure they make north of 7 figures.
Yeah. And like, and this could also be the fact too that like this will get to the other part, how they make money, and this is just all from like sponsorship deals. This is also another thing that they're doing as well, where Twitch originally, before they had to re-edit this, they also said you could not actually showcase your sponsors in any part of your stream anymore. Like you can't have it hard-coded into your overlays, your widgets, anything of that, unless it's like in your stream profile page. Now, me and you, Victor, we have like our own debates about like, is it really a bad thing that Twitch is not allowing people to do that?
You know, personally, in my eyes, I don't necessarily think so, because you know, I see a lot of streamers just put their sponsors in like their little description.
Yeah. Which is like, honestly, that's fine. But it also doesn't like help a lot of times too, where a lot of like, let's say certain like streamers overlays are in this case provided by a said sponsor, where in this case they have to use that.
Yeah, so there's a lot by the sponsor. That means the sponsor has to figure out a new way to display their ads.
Yeah.
Because of the Twitch ruling. Okay, that's up to the sponsor now.
Yeah. Which, if anything, I feel like that's what Twitch was originally targeting too, was just the sponsorships. But unfortunately, the wordage is what fucked up a lot of people, because this also practically targeted everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know essentially like what type of damage this could lead for them in the future, or if anything, if this podcast will eventually still be on Twitch, really, just because who knows. I'm a probably try to figure out if I could like stream in like multiple areas, because right now using Streamlabs here, it's been like really fun to use, and I can at least stream both on Twitch, and then at some point I might do it on YouTube as well. We'll see. Probably do two at the same time. But
Yeah, stream on both platforms at the same
Stream
time.
on all
bro.
platforms.
yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, really though, I want to try to get, in this case here, how you guys think about like the whole drama thing with like Twitch stuff like this, or if there's like something else that you feel that's a little bit confusing on how a lot of the content creation make money. In this case, the whole like terming of the content creators. Because really, I don't think like before content creation was actually a fucking word that people like use like loosely, right? It was during the time, like I want to say it was during the time of Vine. That was when like actually people started using the word content creation. Because before that too, people kind of just looked at like, oh, this guy just makes like a very unique like set of like videos. Like in this case, the 2005 days of YouTube, really. Like you would just have specific channels that just focus on like making specific stuff. But nowadays you can really just say, oh, they're just content creators now. And it's like, okay, cool. What the fuck does that mean? Beforehand.
Yeah, you do anything and it's content creation, bro. You
Yeah.
talk shit about another person in your video, that's content creation.
I was like, yeah. Yeah, this is also a thing as well. Like, a lot of people kind of see, like, yeah, talking shit to someone is, like, content creation in of itself, too. Although, for me, coming at this, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This is just, like, a person just talking trash about them. This isn't really content, at least to my eyes. But then again, I guess content is, at this point, subjective based on the viewer, isn't it?
Yeah, how do you guys see content creation?
I don't
My
really
eyes.
have a good opinion on that.
I was like, God damn it, Michael.
What do you say? I missed
He
it.
was like, how do you view content creation? He's like, with my eyes. I'm like, you fuck.
Nice.
True.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
but I mean, it's already like a weird-ish kind of environment that people would outright just say content creation, and then I look at it, I'm just like, this isn't content. It's just them either talking shit or just messing with shit or just doing nothing, really. At least in my eyes, that's what it is. And then they would make the videos to do all this and post it. And then they would actually just gain like viewership from that. And I'm like, I guess it's working something. I don't know what though.
Yeah, bro, it's like those streamers that just sleep with their live stream on. It's very bizarre.
Oh yeah, those live streams. I've seen one where it's even more chaotic, where like he's sleeping, but then the chat has like the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. They can blast music, do other types of shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the guy is subjecting himself to like some like sleeping disorder at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's wild, right? And I feel like I'm looking at all this, I'm like, I swore this is something that a Black Mirror episode talked about. I could be like about, in this case, like the people's desperation of like trying to desperately make content from like anything by any means necessary, where it's like it could be lightheartedness and it scales downward to like a depravity like nature. And it's just like, what is going on?
I agree, bro. People will do anything for quote unquote the content.
Yeah, look at what happened.
Clout.
Yeah, look what happened with Logan Paul with the Suicide Forest. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about
Hey,
that.
you can't say that, bro. You can't say that.
Oh, right, shoot. I'll figure it out in this case, but I'll still. Oh my god, I don't want it to. Yeah, it's way in the past. I'm sure he's better about it now, and he probably won't ever do this again. But my god, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I said, anybody will do anything for content. or what they perceive as content.
Yeah, it's like there's that shit, right? And then there's like other stuff like, let's say, Valkyrae and Pokimane, and those types of people from like what was that, Offline TV House. Fuck, even Michael Reeves like makes, at least for me, he has entertaining content, but then again, he's also a crackhead.
Well, you can't just say Valkyrae and Poki are exclusively content creators, because they are part of a business as well. So
yeah,
I remember they started off as content creating, so there's that. I mean, you gotta start somewhere,
yeah. And then it's like those types, and then you have other people that are, in this case, that are content creators, but then they're also treating this as a very negative light. I'm gonna put 2 examples of 3 notorious people: Quantum TV. Shit, I completely forgot the other name already.
I'm gonna give you 2 names.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 2 names.
2 names.
Hold on.
3 streamers.
Good. I forgot the other 2. Damn it. Hold on. What was his name? God damn it. Aiden Ross. That was it. Fuck. Quanta TV, Aiden Ross, and I Show Speed. Those are the 3 people that I think are the biggest piece of shits out there. Aiden Ross is a little bit on there. For me, I'm forgiving him on certain parts. But then everybody else, like those 2, are also pieces of shits. To those who don't remember, Quantum TV, he is a content creator where he just talks about like reviewing about games. And why he was very notorious is because of the fact that he had an Elden Ring take so bad that it almost got his channel banned. Just because of the shit that he was doing. Not because of the video, but what he was doing when people were criticizing of him. Which is also a problem that YouTube has, such as they have this whole ID, like copyright shit tool that people can use if people have wrongfully ripped off your video, and then you can copyright claim it so that one, they can't make money on that revenue and all that money gets transferred to you instead. Now, in YouTube, there's a gentleman's agreement that they never use this tool because of the fact that how dangerous it is to other people. And so they agreed to never use it against each other as like respectable people. Then you have people like Quantum TV that whenever someone makes a video that criticizes him, now he just copyright claims it, says that, oh, he talked about me and my name, so it's actually my video now.
Was that the guy who got into like a big fight with the Act-Man?
Yes. Yes, it was. There was a lot of people that got in fights with the Act-Man, actually. Let's be honest.
Just starting fights, bro.
Nah, if anything, the Act-Man he didn't start the fight, he's the one that's finishing the fights by giving you all the receipts and evidence in front of you.
Yeah, everyone keeps starting fights with him.
Yeah. Act-Man will release a 1-hour video to finish that fight. But knowing these guys, and again, it goes to show too, like there are some people that like they do these content creations, but then they're to the point where they get so greedy with the amount of money that they're making that they would just like copyright strike a lot of like the smaller channels to like get what they want. Like in this case, the very worst case, the example that happened was Aiden Ross that copyright claimed, what was it, not the Act-Man, the Anarchist, who talked about in this case Aiden Ross like openly scamming his viewers and also just fucking copyright claiming or falsely copyright claiming people on their videos, which with context, it is actually illegal to falsely copyright claims.
That is indeed illegal to falsely accuse someone of anything.
Yeah. Because of the fact that like one, you can dispute it. Or if anything, the person that gets the copyright claim, they can dispute it. But the dispute itself does not go to like YouTube to look at it. It goes back to the person that originally sent the copyright claim. And they could either say yes to the dispute or they could say, nah, doesn't matter. It is really that dumb of like this system.
Yeah.
Like this was before in a way that YouTube made this tool for like bigger companies to make sure that like their stuff is not getting ripped off or getting stolen from like other people that had those intentions. But obviously, with the hindsight that they had, they never realized that they could see other people use this tool against each other. So, so fortunately with Aiden Rosu, I don't know what the situation is with it, but it was something that like it was already bad enough when Aiden Ross like did a copyright claim, and on stream he said like, "Yay, we stole $8,000 from this fuck." I was like, "What the fuck?" He is outright like streaming and admitting the fact that he's celebrating that he stole like money off of another content creator. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's wild in my case. Later on, he did like start addressing on the fact too that like, yes, he did not make the best decision, and he probably should not have done that in the first place. Just because, honestly, the only reason he probably did that too is because all of his other friends were like, "Hey, yo, dog, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like if it, yeah, and if anything, the other part of me, at least, like I would at least forgive him because, mentally speaking, I think the man is actually like in the 3rd grade, mentally speaking. I only say that just because I've seen a clip of him trying to like pronounce shit, and oh my god, I couldn't even get mad at him. If anything, I kind of just laughed. Like in this case, it was something that like I don't know what an ultra analyst is. He was trying to say ultra nationalist. He was like ultra analyst. Look. Hold on. If anything, I just have to show you like the video of him trying to pronounce things.
Can you do that on here?
If maybe I could, but oh well, I'll just post it on like to the Discord channel here, and I'll post it on the Twitch as well, so that people can see like what I'm talking about here. Like, this shit is fucking hilarious. But really, you could see that in this case, like, I actually forgive him a bit more on this one, just because I see him as like, yeah, he's not mentally mature enough yet, from what it looks like.
The big yikers, man.
Now, that's the case, dude. Quantum TV deserves the hate that he's been getting, just because, one, he just doesn't know how to take criticism. And the fact that he does... Huh. Nope. Nope. Unfortunately, he is not. So, Quantum TV deserves the hate that he got too. And again, he doesn't want to admit either that he's just bad at playing games. Like in this case, calls Elden Ring like dog shit, even though it's already like we understand that it won the Game of the Year award too. If anything, it was expected, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But he's just...
A bad player would complain.
Yeah. Yeah, so if anything, it's just like everyone else was just calling him out on it, and he was just like, nah, you guys are wrong, or you guys are just fucking no-lives, calling everybody virgins, or like, whatnot. I will say...
definitely how it is.
Yeah. And it's like, based off Quantum TV, this is a line that he has said too. We're like this, I'm not homophobic, I'm anti-gay.
Wow.
That's the line of the century.
What is this? Are you a virgin, Brian? I will never confirm nor deny this, so I will leave it at that. I will not give out any personal information about me on stream.
I can.
Hold on a
Sounds
minute,
like
Lloyd.
you gotta know to me.
Hold on, bitch. Hold on a second, Lloyd. Stop.
Brian, boy.
No, please. But really, but you get what I'm saying here about, yeah, Quantum TV is a piece of shit. Should not be given any more attention than he needs to, really. Or if anything else, people that do make content creation about like YouTube drama, please stop talking about this guy, for the fuck's sakes. I want him to like just be nothingness in the ether of the internet.
Hey, you're talking about him.
True. So that makes me a hypocrite. Which is oops.
Very.
Well,
We cancel him.
Ah, well, shit. Anyways, and then we go to like the most. For me, he is the most enigma of like the bad three, which is I Show Speed.
Enigmatic?
Yeah, only because, let's say, hypothetically, if you were smashing, what is your preferred position?
This is not even the topic for that.
Yeah, this isn't even a topic. All right, hold on. Don't make me.
Answer,
Oh,
Brian. Answer.
No.
No, it has to be relevant to our topic.
Yes, it has to be relevant.
Well, it is content creation, and that is what you do with that. It can be content creation.
Oh, true, but at the same time, refuse. I will not engage with that. Anyways.
Tis.
Okay, whatever. Yeah,
Just
hell
click
yes,
to
hell yes, I'm fucking avoiding that shit. I don't want to deal with it. Do you want to deal with it?
I can.
Oh god.
Alright, anyways.
Yeah, anyways. Moving forward with this topic here. So with IShowSpeed, I only consider him as enigmatic too, just because I saw like a couple of his videos too. I don't understand what he is, or what videos, that content that he's doing, but he has like more than 60 million subscribers, which is like boggling to me. Actually, is it 60 million or 60 million? I need to check that real quick.
Is it 60 million or 60 million? Good question, bro.
Okay, I was right on the money on my first number. He has 18.2 mil.
Excuse me.
What?
Hey, don't worry about the numbers. Numbers are very loose here. They're very loose in my mind. But really, every time I look at iShowSpeed and I see like earlier footages of him, my guy looks like he got his fucking haircut and I don't know, he looked like a crackhead in my eyes. Or he was like homeless.
Whoa.
Just because of the fact that he looks like he got his dreads but told his barber to just throw the clippers at me.
God damn.
What-
I posted a picture of it earlier for but I'll just DM it to you, Lloyd, so you can see what I'm trying to get here when I say he looks like. Hold on. But you, oh god damn it, I was about to type in iShowSpeed on my friends list. I would never have him on my friends list. Anyways, here you go.
Why not?
I don't know. I think the kid is like doesn't make sense, and then every time I pop into his scream, it makes me want to actually ears bleed every time he fucking starts screaming. That's what I've heard too. Then I watch it, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm getting. I don't got that sense of humor.
it's like true. Am I that old that I just don't get it, or am I missing something?
Yes.
Apparently. But yeah, if anything, it's just like, all right, cool. Why am I talking about iShowSpeed? Well, this just came out more recently due to the fact that he just, compared to like Aiden Ross and Quantum TV, motherfucker will just start copyright claiming anybody that talks about him. Whether if it was bad or good, it does not matter. He will copyright claim strike him. And it's very dumb too, because they would like try to dispute it and they said, nope, copyright claim. And what sucks for the person that got the copyright strike made against them is if they got their dispute like refused, that also counts as like a strike on their channel. Which, if anything, in YouTube algorithms case, it's already terrible enough to get that strike in the first place. Because that also means like either A, you just won't be able to upload for a very long time, and B, your videos won't be shown in their algorithm at all. And really, what iShowSpeed is doing is actually fucking destructive towards a lot of people. And it's not even like targeted to those that criticize him. There was even a fan that was, in this case, I like this guy, and he's just like, and she herself was just like, at this point, she seems like a really big fan and like converted to like wanted to watch more of him. No, iShowSpeed copyright claimed it.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Some people just got problems, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And already too, he comes out saying that like before we put it to context too, if anything, okay, so this guy is just wrongfully like copyright claiming. So wouldn't YouTube already be like on top of his ass like, hey, can you stop doing this or else we're gonna get into legal trouble? If anything, all he's really doing is that he is copyright claim striking through another entity called Thumb Media LLC. They are the ones that will be making a lot of the copyright claims without him, I Show Speed, or anybody else that uses this LLC to have their names attached to it. And if anything, it's true. They actually don't exist. So YouTube can't really like send like cease and desist to them because, you know, nobody is really there, and they could just say that doesn't matter. And I Show Speed literally came onto a video on another channel saying that, yeah, it's Dumb Media is just me, guys. There's not an actual fucking organization or group of people that are just doing this shit. It's just me. And he did it on a separate channel where it wouldn't get that much like bad press review if he uploaded it there too, if he uploaded on his main channel, just because YouTube outright told him to like, hey, you gotta say that you're like copyright claiming people for this shit. And he's like, fine, but I do it on a smaller channel just so that he could checkbox to say that he did it, and he still keeps doing it. So it's effectively what he's doing is that he is making money by stealing other people's content, who in this case doesn't matter what they do or say, as long as they mention his name, it gets copyright claimed. And there is even a it is scummy as hell. That's why there's the whole gentleman's agreement of people never using it. That is the reason why. It is that abusable, and at this point people are like trying to like mail to YouTube headquarters of like fucking fix this shit. Like it's actively like ruining a lot of people's, like in this case, people's livelihoods. Like it was already bad enough, like let's say you have a channel that talks about like Dragon Ball stuff, right? And then Koei Tech, or not Koei Tecmo, but in this case Sunrise, I forgot if that was the one who did it. Fuck, now I don't remember now. Anyways, whatever Japanese company that owns Dragon Ball, they kind of copyright claimed like his channel too, because you know Dragon Ball is their intellectual property. Therefore, any videos that he makes now too, he can't make money off of it anymore, and he is now even discouraged to make future videos because that was all his channel was about. And so effectively the channel kind of just dies right there. So really the whole like copyright stuff that's happening in like YouTube is already like terrible to begin with, and it's like everybody's already trying to tread on like thin ice to begin with.
Yeah, bro, don't they think that this will just stop people from making YouTube videos? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. It gets very weird about it too.
People are very short-sighted. They don't understand the long-term ramifications.
YouTube shouldn't be short-sighted, because if less people use their site, that means less money they make.
Well,
yeah.
They're gonna be short-sighted, but you know.
YouTube cannot be short-sighted.
Yeah, and based on what I've heard too, like the YouTube's customer support as well is also just as terrible.
Aren't most though? Let's be honest.
Most,
Yeah,
yes.
Most customer services are just kind of.
Yeah, unless like the customer service that you're talking to is actually the CEO.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, what is going on? What the? But
Jesus doesn't work here.
yeah,
He
apparently
already left this place.
But I don't know. Like in this case, what is your guys' take about what I just pretty much just kind of spew out like a bunch of nonsensical information to y'all?
I think YouTube should pick up their act and learn how to not let people abuse copyright strikes.
Indeed. Just from hearing all three of these guys, specifically Speed, that's a pretty scummy thing to do. It's just like to affect people's livelihood potentially, and just copyright striking anything. Anything that anybody that mentions your name, just like even like a fucking one word, I'm like, oh, if they mention my name, I gotta do it.
Yeah, and
it's kind of weird. What if you just copyright a random ass video? Since YouTube doesn't check it, then that means that we can just copyright strike literally anything.
yeah, that is literally like the whole criticism against like this whole like tool that they have as well. YouTube actively is not like participating in this as well. That's the biggest issue. It's the tool that's.
Why are they not moderating this? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're gonna get like fucking people like these guys that will actively use it, either to silence those that criticize them, or just in general, they are just scums. That is all they are.
Scums.
If anything, these are in this case one of the worst things that could come about it. And there are worse things that people have done on YouTube for content creation that have hurt a lot of people, such as the finance like community for the finance, where it's like, hey, you want to make quick money, sign up for my course. I was like, Jesus.
I mean,
Or during the GameStop.
that's just scamming. That's just
Yeah.
scamming. You know, like if
Yeah.
you're greedy, then yeah, you're gonna get scammed. So that's honestly, in my eyes, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a different thing. So, if anything, this is mostly like, if anything, these guys are the ones that target other content creators and actively stealing their money for themselves. Just because the fact that, hey, the claim is that they use my name in their video. Therefore, it's mine.
Mhm.
That's so stupid, bro.
Yeah,
That's extremely stupid.
yeah. And the thing is too, like the only reason why it's also working too is that iShowSpeed has a lot of like there's a lot of contextual evidence too that he is actively going through these videos and picking which part that used his name. And there's even a point where he kind of gave up and just said the entire video talked about him, even though there's this one person that only talked about him for like 5 seconds, and he claimed the entire video.
Nice.
It's like, what the
That's
fuck?
ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
That's
and
fucking ridiculous.
it's like those types of things where like this shouldn't be a thing, but here we are, it is, and there's a lot of people that are suffering from it. Like, I don't know. Like, even me talking about this too, and if I upload this to YouTube, I would not be surprised if he came in to copyright claim this fucking video.
Dude, let's do it. I want to see if it happens.
Like, I want to see if this does happen. And if anything, it's like, oh, would that be bad for your channel? I mean, a little bit. If anything, I'm not making fucking money off of this shit yet.
Yeah, it just shows he's just gonna.
Yeah, if he does this for a channel that's actively not existing, not to really like downplay myself at all either, but still.
But hey, the truth is, we're not really anywhere yet. So
Yeah. But if this happens too, and I see that fucking notification say that, hey, you got copyright claim by who? Who did I say?
by who
by
else?
Yeah. I was like, God damn it. But like I said, this gets all types of ridiculousness of like the whole content creators, and it's just like me kind of criticizing in this case what people are going through the lengths of just to make money, because for the sake of, in this case, a throwaway word called content creation, which at this point I feel like it's been beaten to the ground now at this point. Like that term alone, I don't know.
Not a wise choice.
Never a fucking wise choice.
Overused for sure. I mean, anything. Like I said before, anything's content creation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping apparently is content creation. What the fuck is with all the sleeping streams?
Yeah, and oh my god. And then there's like the whole thing. Yeah, and then there's like this whole thing about like content creation about like how to make money. I was like, God damn, this is now the content that people are gonna be watching.
How to make money in content creation.
Yeah, it's like there's fucking videos about that too, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's like the whole
video. There's like videos about making money off of anything.
Yeah, and it's like people are using now like ChatGPT to make money off of that, where people have done it too, and based on like the long studies and the long experiment that they ran into, it barely made them money.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. I mean, making money's not an easy thing. You don't put in the effort, you're not gonna make money.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, like I don't know.
It's okay. It's the same people that are just trying to get rich quick, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. Which I feel like this is also sort of less like what people are doing here in this whole like streaming services based on like if you're the content creator or you're the one that consuming content, which I feel like that I guess that's where it comes from too, is that you yourself as an audience that are watching like all these types of influencers, the videos too, you are considered a content consumer. That is what it is. And if anything, we could really boil it down to like how they generate money too, is that like it's the same way how television was like so widespread too, because everybody was watching TV. A lot of advertisers kind of saw this as a potential way to like, hey, because there's so many people watching television now, if we just throw out advertisements everywhere onto the air too where people are watching, there's going to be a chance someone will buy into it based off of probability.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, I guess that is essentially what it is here that's happening. But in our honest opinions too, we even think that like content creators make the worst advertisers or marketers. Let's be honest here. Or in general too, any celebrity too that would endorse like stuff too that would be sponsored by them would have their shit be ruined, or in this case, the company themselves would get hurt by this, and also the people that are viewing the content. Because what's to say too, you got that one person that buys said product too, and it sucks terrible ass. Now that person is just gonna blame the company and the viewer that was like pushing out this product.
That's something else, man.
Yeah. And I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think the influencers should also do their due diligence in supporting a good product rather than just taking money.
Yeah. Like, I'll put this in example. Fucking Logan Paul KSI, they actually did a smart way of like making a product that they're pushing that is their own, but technically not. Because all they really did is that they went to already like an energy drink distributor company, and they were like, hey, we want to, like, in this case, make a brand, right? In this case, called Prime Drink. But in this case, you will take like 60% of like the distribution and the production of this too. We will take the 40% or however much that both of them get paid, right? To just market it themselves too, because if anything, their platform kind of elevates them to themselves to that. That's the only thing I will say about at least the Paul brothers. They're smart enough to know how to leverage what they have. They understand that much. Albeit, they're also a little bit dim-witted every now and then, but they're at least smart enough to know that what their platform can provide to a lot of like bigger companies, they can sell a lot more. And guess what? I worked at Quick Trip for a bit too. That'll be the only personal information I give out here. I worked at Quick Trip before, and my god, we've been selling out Prime drinks. And Prime came out like not too long ago either. Like 3 years back, that's when they started doing this shit. And every time we get a new shipment in, oh shit, we gotta order more because it all just sells out within a matter of like a month. Or within a week, actually. We get new orders in every week. And I'll be honest too, what's really going for them, why it's not terrible on their part, the drink is actually okay. It's actually good. Which is the saving grace for a lot of things.
Is it okay or is it
It's okay for me, but based
okay.
on... For me, it's okay, but it's good based on like the normal population here, right? Like, it got to the point too where Prime energy drinks were being like, what was it, price gouged at one point, just because there were people that were like buying up every like vendor stores that they could find that is selling Prime drinks, and then they're just selling in like an upmarket price of like $300 a bottle. This was a case that happened in the UK actually.
I see.
Now, I'm not entirely sure that same thing did happen a lot in America, but I wouldn't be surprised based on the fact how a lot of people just want to buy their drink because in their eyes, they're like supporting their content creator or influencer, when in reality, they don't really own the brand actually in terms of like percentages.
You could never convince me to spend $300 on an energy drink.
That's what I thought too. And then there are people that did. That's the other issue.
Ain't no fucking way, dude.
I don't know what has to go through someone's mind to pay such an exorbitant amount of money for an energy drink.
Right.
Well,
But-
I mean, people will pay money for anything that's like offered by their influencers or whatever.
Like, look at the Taylor Swift thing. There are people that
Taylor
were
Swift.
selling tickets or spots outside of the fucking concert.
I respect the hustle.
It's just
We'll
like,
call
what
it
the?
that.
Respect the hustle, bro.
I was like, what hustle is that? That was just like a pure on scam.
Yeah, bro. Why would you sell tickets at the fucking concert, bro? Like, everybody going there probably has a ticket.
Yeah.
Some people trying to sneak in, you don't know.
But
Maybe.
that means they're not gonna buy, bro. That doesn't
Yeah.
that doesn't mean they're gonna buy a ticket.
They just
Yeah.
They're just gonna ignore them anyways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that might have been a little bit off topic, but it's sort of less like goes around like the whole thing, anyways, right?
Kind of.
But yeah, I think this is just me. Like at this point, I'm pretty much showing. Like a lot of us are going to show our age, where I'm like trying to, where I'm still confused on like how the fuck are these guys making like way more money than like a lot of like people in professional fields. And all they really do is just like post shit online, and then boom, money comes through their paycheck. I think that's why a lot of parents do like they kind of are okay with this, but I feel like in some cases, dude, the parents should be asking about like where the fuck is the money actually like coming from?
I mean, majority of the money is just sponsors and brand deals, not like
Yeah.
from streaming or content creating.
Yeah, at least not anymore. It looks like it seems as though like
Well, I
a lot
mean,
of
it was
t-
never the case.
I thought there was at some point too, like, well, in the YouTube partnership program, you did actually get money based on like how much like people watch your shit, but obviously the money did have to come from somewhere, and it was like advertisement companies.
Hmm.
But even then, nowadays, a lot of advertisement companies are kind of like being very careful where they're putting their money to, just because there was a time where TikTok was like, oh, it's everywhere now, and it's like more than like 2/3 of Americans or some shit are like on this app too. So they thought it was like, oh, maybe we can like actually throw advertisements through there because it's actually a platform. It turns out it was actually the biggest waste of money ever. Because it's the fact that it's a short form like content where if anything, as soon as someone sees the ad too, they just immediately swipe out.
Yeah, true.
It's just like, yeah, they're not making anything off of this too. So it's just really, whenever I hear people that make money off of like TikTok as well, it's like, how much money do you actually fucking make off of that? And it turns out like a lot of people that come about it, barely anything.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And it's just like,
But at the
God,
same time, how does TikTok make money?
that's a very good question. My guess is this: the
So-
Chinese government.
Nice.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't know. This was something a lot of times before too, that like I hear a lot of talks about like all these like streaming platforms like need to like support their content creators, where I'm like, I agree to an extent, right?
Hmm.
Like, I don't think in this case the platform themselves are going to be outright like should be giving these people money like that, or affiliate programs that the brand paid them. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that is another way how a lot of them do. Which is, if anything, that's what a lot of these bigger content creators are doing now. Is that like they're kind of just like giving like their viewers like their commissions or affiliate links that they can go through, just so that whatever they do, they get partial of the money, and it also helps them. I think Russian Badger is like, apparently he owns like parts the ownership to Gamer Subs now. Yeah. Which is something that's like, that's fucking wild to think about. It's like, there's been a really big push that like a lot of our for example, the Stanley Cups that have been selling, the brand has saw a 300% increase in sales for their mugs from influencer marketing. Yeah, if anything, that also still works. Like a lot of the money still applies. And if anything, a lot of influencers probably got a bigger payout from that shit too. Like, Yeah, which is right now. That's why I see like I'm agreed to like some argument that like a lot of the platforms should really like take care of their content creators. But again, I don't think in general that they should be the one to give money to them. There's other ways that they do it just because all these bigger companies, they have the tools or they have the means of like helping these people get money if they want to like market themselves out so that they could sell their products for them. Yeah, so that's a question about how people make money on TikTok. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that. but yeah, but even then too, from that small case as well, a lot of times a lot of other companies, they just haven't been able to break like any like record sales from like doing that much on TikTok. Maybe in some cases they did, but a lot of times it's not really worth it. Just based on like
it probably also depends on the product, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like, if anything, too, a lot more people are not really like going on TikTok to really see like sponsorship or like products advertisements. If that were the case, too, people go on Instagram instead.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Instagram is just littered with nothing but like product placements.
Tell me.
True.
Like I said, nothing wrong with it. I respect the hustle, but damn.
But do you now?
Hey man, like I said, if this fucking channel gets a sponsorship deal, man, I'll be heavily considering, depending on who it is. If it's fucking McDonald's, I will plaster that shit on every frame of this goddamn channel
Damn,
here.
I knew he hypocrite.
Hey man,
This boy an absolute hypocrite. He was talking shit about it all the time. Raising Cane's, please.
Guy, hold on. You know what? Yes, Raising Cane's, please
Hey,
sponsor
free
us,
Chicken meals, please.
please. It's trying times
Combos
right
for
now.
life.
Look,
Help us not starve.
help us not starve. We'll make sure people will go to your will go to your place despite your prices. We will still make them go.
They keep
I'm
upping
gonna
their
slap
prices.
on. Don't worry. I'll slap on the Hotter Trash podcast logo right outside the window.
Oh man. Yeah. Goddamn.
And in the fucking a trash bin costume, I'll do it, bro.
Oh no! I'm gonna slap the logo on their trash bin. There we go.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
And I cosplayed it. I started saying, yeah, come to kids, come on, bro.
Oh man.
I'll be a salesman.
Like I said, my tune will definitely change on this if I get a sponsorship deal based on like preferences that are like, in this case, I would not mind if I get sponsorship deals from like any fast food places. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. But then again, you know, like you always want to get sponsorship from somebody or some company you support, not just from anywhere.
Yeah. Because like, if anything, we see a lot of it too. Like content creators, they are very much being careful like who to choose as their sponsorship nowadays. Especially like the older groups of people that are roughly around our ages or older. Like they've seen like the type of shit that they're gonna go through, and they know how to like position themselves correctly to, first of all, they also get, in this case, equal amount of shares or whatever profits that they make out of it, while at the same time they make sure that the sponsors are happy with what they got out of it. Based on like examples of Russian badgers with gamer subs. Hell, that's what a lot of like right now, a lot of VTubers right now as well. Doing a lot in this too. Shy Lily with her own like affiliate link for fucking gamer subs as well. Please, Shy Lily, let me get a piece of the flavor from gamer subs.
No, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
Please.
Don't do it. Don't do it, friend. He's a simp.
You can't stop me now. We're already on this topic.
Hold him down.
Ah, please.
Get him down. FBI.
Look, gamer subs, I would love to sponsor you because of the fact that I love your fucking namings for a lot of the flavors.
Yeah. I bet you have one in particular, don't you?
No, I mean, I swear it's not anime thigh flavor. I swear it's not that. I don't have that in my fucking cart at all.
Yeah, you do. Show it. You have it right now. I know you.
I got disconnected and I came back to anime thigh flavors and I was really confused.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. We were talking about the disc case at this point too. If like our podcast gets a sponsorship deal by like any like the company, what would it be at this point? We were like saying Canes, and then afterwards, I wouldn't mind getting sponsored by Gamer Subs.
Bro, let me
Just-
get sponsored by April Skin so I can get some free help skincare, bro.
God damn it.
Fucking make
Damn.
everybody pop, like skin popping, dude. It's gonna be glowing. You think that's that
Yeah,
oily skin? Nah,
make
it's
every-
just this natural shine.
Mm.
My
Hell yeah,
skin's
bro.
popping, boy. Ain't no lighting filter on this shit.
Yeah.
Al natural.
Yeah.
Continue.
But if anything, I'm bumping up like Michael and Loy's volume a bit because someone did mention that you guys are a little bit too low on my side.
Okay.
better now.
Oh my god, no, don't leak your mic.
bro.
But
Even harder.
well, really, like, at most of it all too, I think right now we are gonna see like a lot of advertisement, a lot of companies right now that are gonna be like probably talking with our usual content creators, probably more on the business side. It seems as though like a lot more people are being more in tune with like some parts of the business of things and not really just accepting deals because of just money, unlike some others.
Oh
Oh my
what
God.
was that?
Whoa, whoa.
What just
whoa.
happened?
No.
Okay, now it sounds normal. Good to hear.
What was that, dog?
But
Someone's avatar just lit up and just shot static.
Damn.
Who
Thought
it
I
was-
was fucking ass and raped my ears.
hey, man, we can't say rape
Whoa,
here.
whoa, 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 whoa.
We'll edit that out, censor it.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, too late.
Stop, yo, stop.
Ah,
Shadow Wizard Money Gang, y'all.
Shadow Wizard Money King.
I
But-
apologize. We don't use
The
that word.
stream is this podcast sponsored by the Shadow Government.
Shadow government.
Shadow Money. Shadow Money Wizard Gang or something. Shit.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm sorry, alright.
Shadow
Don't worry, once I get my soundboard correctly too, I'll fucking start spamming that shit on the fucking podcast. Oh my god. But I think we are wrapping up to that point of that hour mark. Is there any last minute message that you guys want to say about today's topic or nah?
Nothing
Nah.
else.
We're good.
Not for me.
Yeah. Well, if anything, sorry for the rest of the viewers that it was just mostly me monologuing for all this.
Okay.
But
Host.
yeah. But if anything, hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night, y'all.
Yeah, I love y'all too.
Good
but
night.
I expect
Night.
Ryan. Bye.